key to economic recovery and not the easing of quarantine restrictions.
If we can get a vaccine in the near term, that's the only thing that I feel will convince people to go out and start spending again.
On Monday, President Duterte thumbed down the proposal of NCR mayors and the IATF to downgrade the entire country to a modified GCQ by March. Recall that the administration's economic managers have emphasized the need to reopen more businesses to address losses. But in a statement today, the National Economic Development Authority welcomed President Duterte's decision not to shift to an MGCQ just yet. Acting Secretary Carl Kendrick Chu has said the government will work hard in cooperation with various sectors to be able to roll out the vaccine soon. The government said there's no exact dates yet for the arrival of the first shipments of vaccines. For News 5, Maricel Halili, we are One News.
The Food and Drug Administration clarified that health workers who are not attending to COVID-19 patients may still receive Sinovac's vaccine. Greg Gregorio joins us live from Mandaluyong City to discuss this further. Hello, Greg. What is the latest clarification from the FDA on this matter?
Sean, the Food and Drug Administration clarified that China's Sinovac vaccines can still be given to healthcare workers. However, they do not recommend the jab for those who are regularly exposed to COVID-19 patients. FDA Director General Eric Domingo explained their recommendation on the use of Sinovac was based on its 50.4% efficacy rate in late-stage trials in Brazil. They considered that the vaccine efficacy may be affected by the exposure of health workers to the virus. Since this is only a recommendation, the FDA said that a medical frontliner responding to COVID-19 patients may still be inoculated with Sinovac if he or she prefers to. Domingo also emphasized that the vaccine recipient is still subject to the decision of the National Immunization Technical Advisory Group, or NITAG. He also assured the public that Sinovac underwent a thorough review from the country's vaccine experts. Domingo said the jab was found to be safe with 65.3% to 91.2% efficacy for clinically healthy individuals aging from 18 to 59 years old. As for AstraZeneca shots, the World Health Organization announced that the Philippines has completed all the requirements for the upcoming supplies through the COVAX facility. WHO Representative Dr. Rabindra Abayasinghe has said that the government has already signed an indemnification agreement with COVAX facility for AstraZeneca's jabs. Let's listen in to FDA Director General Eric Domingo and WHO Representative Dr. Abayasinghe.
Pwede siyang gamitin ng health workers, for example, na hindi nagtitreat ng COVID-19, no? Pero yung health worker na nagtitreat ng COVID-19, ano yan, recommendation lamang naman yun.
We are optimistic that before the end of this week, we will hear from the COVAX initiative on likely delivery dates.
Sean, the WHO said that measures are also in place to fast-track the delivery of Pfizer and BioNTech's vaccine to the Philippines through the COVAX facility. Sean?
Any idea when the first vaccines are set to arrive? Do we have a date as of today?
Sean, if we are talking about the donation of 600,000 doses of Sinovac vaccines, the Department of Health said the Chinese embassy asked for 3 to 5 days before the delivery of these doses. However, if we are talking about the AstraZeneca shots through the COVAX facility, the WHO said the COVAX facility may announce the exact delivery date within the week. Sean?
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you so much for that update, News 5's Greg Gregorio, joining us live from the city of Mandaluyong. And the Health Department recorded 1,400 new COVID-19 cases today. Total confirmed cases are now at 564,800, nearly 30,000 of which are still active. 16 COVID-19 patients died in the past 24 hours, pushing the nationwide death toll to around 12,100. Meanwhile, total recoveries now stand at 522,900, with 72 additional survivors today. Pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. are still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Chicken and pork retailers are planning on staging another pork holiday in light of the still unresolved issue on price ceilings. Shyla Francisco with the details.
Dapat sinusuportahan din kami ng gobyerno. Kasi marami na rin din nagtitinda, nalulugi. Kawawa naman po kami, wala naman pa kami mapupuntahan na pagreklamuhan na ganito.
Pork retailer Johnny Palad can't help but be emotional as he shares how the price ceiling cut his sales by more than half. He has no choice but to cut the salary of his workers and have them work in shifts. Johnny is just one of many vendors who are having a hard time complying with the government's price ceiling on pork and chicken products amid the rise in farm gate prices. At least 5 more markets in Manila are planning to stage a 3-day pork holiday beginning Friday. But they are warning that this won't be the last.
Ang susunod, nagpaplano sila ng 3 araw. Maaring may magkaroon ng 1 linggo pork holiday pag nagtuloy-tuloy yung trending na pagtaas ng presyo ng baboy.
Chicken and pork vendors are now planning to launch a signature campaign that aims to halt the price ceiling. They are also looking at asking the Supreme Court to issue a temporary restraining order against the EO. According to the retailers, the Agriculture Department is putting the burden on them when they are just following the prices set by dealers and hog raisers.
No, as long as mapuproba nila na ang profiteering, undue manipulation, as well as monopoly ay sa hanay ng vendors, so be it. Pero kung hindi na mapuprove yun, lalaban kami kasi kawawa naman kami.
Hog and chicken producers have formally appealed to the DA to remove the price cap. They have also asked the agency to urge President Duterte to rescind the EO.
Bumabangga ito do sa proposal nila na dagdagan ng supply sa pamamagitan ng production and importation.
They say a suggested retail price should instead be imposed. The producers say the DA is planning to meet them regarding the matter.
Dito naman sa suggested, ang maganda kasi ano lang yan it will follow the yung law of supply and demand natin. Pagka medyo meron ng supply, mag-a-adjust po yung presyo, bababa ng konti. Pagka wala naman masyadong supply, maybe it's either aakyat siya ng konti.
Agriculture Secretary William Dar has asked several agencies, including the Bureau of Animal Industry and National Meat Inspection Service, to look into the matter. The Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Service of the DA is set to submit its own recommendation after a dialogue with markets around the metro. Vendors and producers are hoping that the DA will act on it before the end of the 60-day price cap, or else small producers and retailers would be forced to close. Shyla Francisco, we are One News.
Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Tourists headed to Cebu will no longer need to present a negative swab test result upon entry, as a medical certificate will now suffice. Governor Gwendolyn Garcia already issued an executive order easing the province's travel restrictions. Senate has approved the proposed COVID-19 Vaccination Program Act on the 3rd and final reading. This measure seeks to expedite vaccine procurement and provide a 500 million peso indemnity fund, among others. And Dito Telecommunity, the country's 3rd telco player, will start offering commercial services on March 8. The company will initially serve 17 cities and municipalities in the Visayas and Mindanao. And houses are usually built block by block or brick by brick. But have you heard of a house built scan by scan? Such is the case in this house in Calverton, New York, which was built using a giant 3D printer. Let's watch this video from Reuters.
Our demo build here is 1,900 square feet with a total print time of 48 hours. After the concrete was set up and dry enough, we had the truss roof system installed, sheathed, roof, shingles, everything finished off, and we finished off the interior to give an open house. We're getting some good feedback, some negative feedback, but I think people are just unprepared for how this is going to change construction. I see my peers and younger minds, they know 3D printing as an everyday thing. There's some older tradesmen and gentlemen in the field that don't know what 3D printing is, how can you make a house out of that? But it's a viable way to build. We are using concrete, which is abundant and used every day all over the world. So we're seeing some good feedback because people get it. The people that don't need a little more explaining, and that's fine. This is the beginning. We're just scraping the surface right here.
For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.